Hello, good afternoon, guys. I'm so excited to come your way this afternoon. We're ready for our tea party. Let's wait for some more folks to troop in and then we can get started. Um, Now let me share my screen right here. We're just going to jump into this. Let me pull up the instructions. Guys, just like it is for any exam that you take, you have to read the instructions very carefully first before you get started. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. Drop me an emoji of the American flag if you are excited. And then we're going to be starting very, very soon. We just want some more people to join us. It's the Visa Lottery Tea Party. So we are ready. I'm just trying to share my screen now. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, I think that's it. Share. Okay, and then I can choose. Now let me zoom out. Okay, I think this is perfect. I'm going to be sharing my screen with the people on well, let me take this off in the meantime. Hello, hello, hello. Are you guys coming in? Share the link, share the feed, share with your friends. We're just about to start our tea party. I have my tea ready. I see people dropping the American flags. So TikTok, you're welcome. Facebook, you're welcome. LinkedIn, you're welcome. Twitter, you're welcome. Instagram, you're welcome. All of you guys are welcome. I said you guys should drop me a US flag, and some people are dropping Ghana flag. Okay. The Ghana flags are for people who want to, who don't want to win the lottery. So that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Guys, I'm so excited. Welcome to the Visa Lottery Tea Party. It's a legal tea party. We're going to be first of all, reviewing the instructions, just a very brief overview of the instructions for the Visa Lottery, DV Visa Lottery 2024. And then after that, we're going to be filling out the application, and then we're all going to hit submit, and we will be submitting our entries. Okay, so guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So, well, before we get started, you're very welcome to the live video. If you are not following our page, if you haven't liked our page, if you haven't subscribed, of course, YouTubers are also live right here. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please make sure you do so. Even before we proceed, make sure you share the link to your friends and everyone else. All right, guys. Okay. So we're just going to we'll be looking, as I said, we'll be reviewing the instructions, and then when we're done, we'll jump into, the actual application. And then after that, I think it may be better to review the instructions and then take a few questions before we actually start the application. Okay, so that will be better, because after submitting the applications, if we answer questions, that may not help people. So we are going to do it in that order: review of the instructions, general overview, and then questions, and then we do the actual application. So we're hoping to just spend about 15 minutes on the general overview, and then another maybe 10 minutes on questions, and then we can jump right into the party itself. Okay, guys, so I will be sharing my screen on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Unfortunately, Instagrammers cannot see my screen, but don't worry, I'll be telling you guys, I'll be letting you know everything going on, so you have nothing to be concerned about. Okay. All right, guys, I guess you can see me. I'm trying to shift my screen on Facebook now. Okay, let me see if I can get around this. Let's see, let me reduce my screen. Okay, I think this is better right there. And then we can go to, okay, Well, there it is. Perfect. Okay, now we have everything we need. If you guys can still see me, let me know, especially on Facebook and LinkedIn. Okay, so you guys know what the visa lottery is about. Every year, the Department of State, they allow 55,000 people to um, apply for a lottery. So it's like a lotto, right? It's a game. So everybody drops their name into a big pool and then they shake, 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 and then they draw out the name. The lucky winners get green cards. Essentially, of course, they go through a process. People are asking for a visa lottery. I'm sorry, our Facebook handle. That's AK. Just search AK Poku Law. AK Poku Law on all social media platforms. AK Poku Law. All right, guys. So let's continue. We're looking at the instructions before we proceed. So please, let's pay close attention so that we don't make a mistake with this application. So first of all, you must be from a participating country. The countries that are not eligible, you guys know yourselves. I've shared information on this. We won't review that. And then secondly, you must have a high school education or its equivalent. High school education for many people means a 12-year formal elementary and secondary education. So for people in Ghana, for example, you have the JHS as well as the SHS certificate. So you have a 12-year course of formal elementary and secondary education. And please note, it says a high school education or its equivalent means a successful completion of a 12-year course of formal elementary and secondary education. So you should make sure that you have a certificate, right? Because if you don't have a certificate, then that means that you probably were not successful in the completion of this course. So you're going to be showing the certificate once you go for the interview, after you have been selected. Okay. Once we're done with the instructions, we'll also do a general overview of the timeline, what the process looks like before we take the questions, and then we can start with the applications. Alrighty, let me see what the next thing is. Okay, so we're going to start with our names. Your name, first of all, your name. You need to make sure that your name is going to appear exactly as it appears on your passport. That's if you already have a passport. But note that in order to partake in this year's visa lottery program, you do not need a passport. You don't need a passport, right? But of course, once you win, then you're going to have to get a passport processed for you in order to be able to travel. Guys, the party hasn't even started and I'm already drinking my tea. Okay, so your name has to be exactly as it appears on your passport. So, for example, if you have a first name, make sure it's in the first name slot. If you have a last name, it's in the last name slot. And the instructions also tell us don't include a middle name on the application if it's not in your passport. Okay, so if you have a middle name that's in your pocket somewhere where maybe your friends call you Sharowski or I don't know, Tafribomski or Guy or whatever, some middle name or a nickname, please make sure it doesn't appear on the visa lottery. If it's a middle name that's not a middle name that is on your passport or will not be on any of your documents, please don't submit it. It has to be exactly as it appears on your passport. Okay, so that's the name. Note that if there's any mistake with your name, then you could be disqualified. Okay, so guys, take note of that. The instructions say if your passport includes a first, middle, and last name, please list them in the following order. Last name first. That's how we're going to be listing it on the forms. Your last name first, then your first name, and then your middle name. Okay, so that's the order. If you only have one, it must be entered in the family name field. So if you came to this world and your name is just one, Kofi. When we say Kofi, the whole world, you are the only Kofi in the whole world. Like It's just Kofi full stop. That's your name. Then Kofi should be in the last name field. So please take note of that. Okay. The next thing is gender. I mean, I don't have to school you guys on gender. You know, if you're a male, you know you're a male. If you're a female, you know you're a female. So you take the right one that applies. Please don't go and make a mistake. Make sure your fingers are steady when you are clicking, because if you go and click female when you're a man, once you go for the interview, there's trouble. You're going to be disqualified. Okay. Then your birth date, it has to the day first, then the month and the year. Make sure it's that your birth date as it appears on your birth certificate, on your high school, your high school certificate, everything. Your birth date must be consistent across all your documents. Okay. Guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the tea party so far. Then the next thing is the city where you were born. Make sure that again this tallies with your birth certificate, the city where you were born, and then the country where you were born. If you were born in Ghana, make sure you put there Ghana. If you were born in another country, make sure you put there you were born in another country. Then the next thing is your country of eligibility for the DV program. It will normally be the same as your country of birth. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm getting some calls. I don't know why people choose to call me at this time. Okay, so your country of eligibility, it's normally your country of birth. Okay, so please, can you guys see me on LinkedIn? Can you guys see me? Uh-oh, what's going on? So Facebookers apparently cannot see anything. Oh my gosh. Oh, apparently there's a room here in Restream and the room is full. People are trying to join. Yeah, people are trying to join, and unfortunately the room is full. There's a room that has been created. I had no idea. Okay, well, can Facebookers see me? Oh my goodness. I'm not sure why you guys cannot see my screen on Facebook. Wow. Wow. Yeah, people said they cannot see me. I have no idea why they cannot see me. Can you guys see me? Please confirm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter if you guys can see me. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, Instagrammers, please hold on 1 second. Let's make sure nobody is left behind. I have no idea why this is going on. Restream. Okay, someone said they can see me. Wow. Well, these people are in private chat. They seem to be in the room, but the people who are, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Youngsman United channel says, please join on YouTube. They can see on YouTube, they can hear, and they can see my screen. Perfect. Please join on YouTube. Just search AK Poku Law, and then hopefully you will be able to see me and see the screen. Okay, so you don't miss out. Join on YouTube if you can. Just search AK Poku Law on YouTube so that you guys can join in this video. I'm trying to pull up my Facebook here on this extra device that I have to see if you guys will be able to see me. I mean, to kind of figure out what the problem is. Facebook is so annoying. I mean, I need to log in now and they're asking me for a password. I don't even remember my Facebook password. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, well, we have to continue so we don't waste too much time. Yeah, LinkedIn also cannot see me. I don't know why. Technical difficulties. Very unfortunate. Restream is the device, the software I'm using to host this meeting. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. It's made me very disoriented because if Facebook can't see me, LinkedIn cannot see me, then yeah. Guys, hold on. I see that Twitter can see me, but LinkedIn is also streaming, but Facebook says unable to connect. Facebook says that it's unable to connect. And that's actually where we have like 500 people who have, registered to partake in the event. So I don't know why Facebook. Mm-mm. Okay, guys, should we continue? Okay, Rosemont said, I can see you, Facebook, but why can't others see me? Okay, well, let's continue. I hope this works out in the end because that would be okay. Someone says they can see me on Facebook. Okay, I'll take their word for it and then let's continue so that we don't waste too much time. Alrighty, so we were just talking about the your country of eligibility. So if you are born in Ghana, please make sure that you check Ghana, okay, wherever you are born. Normally, if you're a native of a country, that's where you are born. So where you are born. And then your photograph, guys, the easiest way, that's why I floated out the information about how to make sure you have the correct photograph. There's instructions, right? And the best thing is just to go to a photographer, and a photographer who actually knows about US visa lotteries, US visas, the requirements, and they'll give you the exact dimensions, the pixels, and all you need to do is scan. We're not photographers here, so we're not going to be going into the details of the dimensions. Well, we can probably go into that later, but we share that, so you should have what the dimensions are. Let me see. Well, let's go over that very briefly. 22 by 35 millimeters. And of course, if you wear glasses, don't wear glasses in the picture. Don't use a hat. Full face view, no shadows, all of that. Okay, so that's for your information for the pictures. Make sure you're complying with this. Okay. Now, the next thing is you're going to be checking the highest level of your education you have achieved as of today. So, guys, so this is like an exam, right? A lot of the answers there are actually wrong answers. So, there are actually wrong answers that you can check and have your application disqualified. And what we mean by that is that, yes, there are some answers that are wrong. So when it comes to how right or wrong an answer can be technically wrong and factually wrong. What you have to do is you have to make sure you're getting it correct on both technicality and fact, and on a fact basis, a factual basis. Okay, so what's the highest level of your education you've achieved as of today? For example, if you take primary school only, that could be a factually correct answer, right? Because maybe you've just finished primary school. That's the highest level of your education. But that is a technically wrong answer, and that will get you disqualified because completion of primary school education only disqualifies you from the visa lottery, from winning the visa lottery. So you should have at least a high school education and you have a degree for that. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are taking not only the factually correct answer, but also a technically correct answer. But you need to make sure that it's the truth, essentially. All right, of course, I've had multiple people asking, oh, if I have a college degree, do I qualify? You more than qualify, because if the minimum you should have is a high school education, then clearly you qualify if you have a college degree or college certification. Facebookers. Oh, thank God. Now the Facebookers, I think they said, well, LinkedIn says I can see you now. Facebook, wow. I don't know what's going on. Let's move on. Okay, then your current marital status. If you are unmarried, just click unmarried. If you are, I actually got some people asking me, oh, lawyer, so if I'm planning on divorcing my husband in 2 months, can I put divorce? No, put the state, your current marital status. So don't forget about your intentions, the possibilities, your feelings, your aspirations. If you aspire to get married within the next month, don't put married. We're not talking by faith here. This is factual. Okay. So if you are not married, don't say, okay, I was believing by faith, maybe in a month's time I'm going to be married. So, or our wedding is scheduled for next month. So I take married. Don't take it. Just make sure you take, if you're single, take single. Once you get married, we can always update the information. You go for the interview, you can update it in front of the consular officer. Okay. Make sure that you are listing. If you have children, you are also, well, let's not get there yet. Yeah. If you don't list your spouse, then they cannot immigrate with you. Okay. They cannot immigrate with you. So if somebody is asking, what if you're almost done with your degree? You're not done. What's the highest level of education you've achieved? So put the highest before the degree, because you don't have a certificate for that degree. So what's the highest before the degree? I think that you can check that. Okay, then married children and children who are already 21 years older, when you submit your entry, they are not eligible for the DV program. So if you have older children who are above 21 years old, or children who are married, they are not eligible. So you don't have to list them. You only have to list all children who are eligible. So living stepchildren who are unmarried and under the age of 21, you have to list them. Biological children, all your children, adopted children, just all your children, list them. Okay, alrighty. Okay, let's move on to the next thing, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the tea party. Let me pour myself some more tea. Okay. And again, of course, if your spouse is a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident, they are green card holders, please don't list them. But I even wonder why your spouse would be a U.S. citizen and you're applying for visa lottery when they should just be filing for you. That seems like the easier route. So normally people don't bother with people who have U.S. citizen spouses. They don't bother with this because you already are eligible. Okay. They're eligible to obtain green card. So they normally don't fill out the visa lottery application. So that will not apply to most of you. Alrighty. Okay, now let's go to page 8 of the instructions. It's giving you instructions on, what the picture should be, the resolution and everything. We won't go into that. That's something that a photographer can help you with. Okay, so I think that's it. It looks like that's it. Okay, so we're just about to get started with the real application. Okay, so Facebookers, can you guys see me? Okay, now let me disconnect this screen, and then now we're going to go onto the main screen. Go to your dvprogram.state.gov, dvprogram.state.gov, and then we're going to be going down the screen. For those of you who can see me, see our screens right here, you will go down and you will see a green rectangular button that says begin entry. So we click on that together. Once you've clicked on it, you are going to see a captcha. Type the characters. So I have E, 5, T, P, and X on mine. I will submit and hopefully they don't think it's a robot. Okay, I made it into the visa lottery playground. Guys, who is there with me? Drop me your US flag. Let me see you. Let me see if you guys are there. We already made it. We're halfway through. We're halfway through. Let me see. My shared screen just went off. So let me reconnect right here. Okay, so we have part 1, entrant information. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to be entering fictitious information because I'm sorry, I didn't want to enter true information and then, somebody could pick the confirmation number of another person. So last name, I'm going to do Poku. Okay, Poku. Poku, as the Americans will say Poku, Puku or Puku, but it's Poku. Okay, so AK, first name will do AK. Then you type in your first name. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? Some people want to run ahead of us. They're already asking for the zip code or postal code. Okay, so the link again, you go to dvprogram.states.gov. Let me see if I can pin this. DV on Instagram, dvprogram.states.gov. Guys, if you go, well, I already shared the website for this. Let me see if I can pin. Okay, yeah, there it is. I've pinned the comment on Instagram, dvprogram.states.gov. Okay, guys, let's be quick with it because we don't have too much time. Let's be quick with it so that because once we start filling out the application, we cannot save the application. We cannot save the application. So we have to run through the application and then submit before the system shuts us out. So the next thing is gender, female. I've clicked on female, clicked on female. Once you want to scroll down, make sure that your arrow comes outside the box before you scroll down, because otherwise the arrow could toggle in between options and you can choose a wrong option. And then your the birth date. I'll choose the birth date of the law firm, 09092020. But I think that will not accept it. So let me do 1990. Okay, let's just use the year 1990. Again, there's no minimum age for the visa lottery, but because they are looking for a high school certificate, most people would normally be 18 years by the time they apply. Oh my goodness. Instagram cannot hear me. Instagram, can you guys hear me now? Can Instagrammers hear me? TikTok. I'm not sure what's going on today. Everything just seems. Let me see if I can pull out. I don't have a mic handy. Can you guys hear me now? Instagram, can you hear me? Yeah, TikTok said they can hear me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. Thank God I was able to find my microphone. I have no idea what's going on today. I'm going to try with this microphone for Instagram since they cannot hear me. And then we can, wow. Let me try this. Instagram, can you hear me, please? Instagram, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, let me disconnect and then reconnect on Instagram. Hello, Instagram. Okay, we're back on live with Instagram. Okay, so guys, you put in your birth date. Okay, put in your birth date. We're waiting for the Instagrammers to come in. We'll go through again with them. And then the city where you were born. Let me put in Accra. If you don't know your birth city, just click unknown. But yeah, that's that will be a little odd that you may not know your birth city. Okay, so now you put in your date of birth, your month. I think it's the month, the day, and then the year, and then you go to your birth city. Accra. Okay. Then the next thing is select a country. We're going to be selecting Ghana. Ghana. Okay, there you go. We have Ghana right there. And then are you claiming eligibility based on the country where you were born? Yes. If you are not claiming eligibility based on the country you were born, you must click no, and then you choose the country you're actually claiming eligibility from. So this is for people, for example, whose countries don't qualify and they're trying to use the countries of their spouses or their parents to qualify for the visa lottery. So if you're born in Nigeria and your wife is born in Ghana, you can use your wife's country, Ghana. So you will choose, are you claiming based on the country where you're born? You will choose no, and then you select Ghana as your country of eligibility, okay? But I will say I chose country where you're born, I chose Ghana. Claiming eligibility based on the country where you were born? Yes, because Ghana. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Instagrammers. They are confirming that they can hear, so that's wonderful. Confirm yes. So that's good. Thank you, guys. So you choose yes as you're claiming eligibility based on Ghana. Okay, now let's enter your photographs. Guys, do you have your photographs ready? Just upload them. The scan you have, let's upload them now. Where did I put? Okay, I think I have my scanned pictures here. I should have downloaded them long ago. I've just been busy. No, let me use this. Okay, well, let me pull this up again. I'm going to be uploading my picture as well. Please upload your pictures. Choose the album. Let me go to downloads. And then let's see where. I'm just going to choose someone's picture that I had for this. So, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is a little too, this is the person's face is too, let me choose another picture. This most likely is not going to be accepted because this is not a valid picture. The picture I actually have is not downloading now. The other pictures I have that I got from the US Embassy website of what a picture should look like for the visa lottery, it's not downloading. So my picture most likely will not be selected. Okay, so now your mailing address is where you receive mail from, where you receive letters from, physical mailing, where you get letters from. So maybe, I don't know, P.O. Box 22, maybe Kwadaso Street, P.O. Box 22, okay, address line 1, well, I put that in care of, so the in care of is of course optional, so you can put your address in the second and B and C. Address line 1, you put the first address there, the street name, and then address line 2, you put the actual box number. Okay, whichever way you want, it just has to be valid. And then your city or town, we will say Accra. And then your district or city or province, we just say Accra again. Well, with the, let me see, district, city, town, yeah, Accra right here. Let me put Accra. And then postal zip code. Let me see. You could decide to probably put 0050s, or some people put 00233, whichever one will work. Or in fact, you can just actually click on no postal code. They understand there are no postal codes and zip codes in Ghana. So you can click on no postal code, that's fine. and then your country is Ghana. The country you are, your mailing address is located in. Because remember, we're talking about mailing address. So if you are living in, in Ghana, your mailing address is in Pakistan, you put the mailing address of Pakistan. Okay, but logically, normally where you live is where your mailing address is. So, and then the country where you live, then you select, let's say Ghana or the US. If you're in the US as well, please select the USA. Then let's put our phone number 802. That's the phone number 7800564 of our law office. So please don't inundate us with calls about the visa lottery. Please, guys, I'm going to be giving you a disclaimer soon. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. I'm going to be telling you guys something very, very surprising. The link, I've pinned it in Instagram comments. Okay, so let's move on. Now, the email address, we will do hello@akpokulaw.com. And then we confirm the email address again at akpokulaw.com. It will not allow you to copy and paste. No lazy work. So retype it to make sure. Over here, number 12. We're on number 12 now. Number 12. What is the highest level of education you have achieved as of today? So I will choose high school degree. That's the minimum. High school degree. And then the instructions at the bottom say you must have a minimum of a high school diploma reflecting the completion of a full course of study. Vocation schools or equivalency degrees are not acceptable. Or be a skilled worker in an occupation that requires at least 2 years of training or experience to qualify. I've done multiple videos talking about how to check if your occupation qualifies. Go to ohenetonline.org. You should have been ready by now, guys, so you know if you're, even if you don't have the requisite educational skills, just select the highest you have. You will be able to demonstrate to them once you fill out the DS-260, if you win, that you have the qualifying work experience, and so they should give you the visa. Okay, so choose whatever applies to you. I've chosen high school degree. That's for number 12. Now we move to number 13. What is your current marital status? What is your current marital status? So here we live by sight, right? Not by faith. So what do you see now? If you are married, click on married. I'll select unmarried. Well, guys, know that if you are married, they'll ask you for your spouse name, and then the information about them. Someone is asking about number 12. Let's go back and see. Hi, did you say vocational schools are not qualified? Well, it says you must have a minimum of high school diploma reflecting the completion of a full course of study. Vocation schools or equivalency degrees are not acceptable. So that's right. Those are not acceptable. If you are trying to rely on a vocation school you've attended as your high school degree, it's not accepted. Okay, so please note that. Unless, of course, you have qualifying work experience. Yes, guys, continue to share the video. Some people are sharing this live video, very exciting. Share the video with your friends. Let me interject here. If you have, so you guys know sometimes there may be 25 million people around the world applying. And sometimes we have as many as 2 million people in Ghana applying. If you guys do not share the video, and let's say 1 million people don't qualify and they all apply, and those people win, then they push you who qualifies out, right? Because you qualify and you just didn't get a chance because a lot of disqualified people applied. So it's important you share it so that they will understand what we are doing here and then be able to submit a willing application. If you don't qualify, please, you're not going to hit submit. Okay, so we're going to say marital status, we'll just stick to unmarried, very simple, because I know many of you are not married. If you are legally separated, make sure you click on legally separated. and then you will enter your spouse information. But note that if you click on legally separated, your spouse will not be allowed to come to the US with you if you win the visa lottery. So number of children, will click on 0. If you click on 2, you're going to list their name, their date of birth, place of birth, all the other information about them, but we won't do that. I know my entry is not going to be accepted because of my picture, but no, don't save. Continue. They're going to tell me, yep, my picture was, I just used a very random, I'll have to go back. I'm sure my picture is, can you guys imagine? We have a system error. Oh my gosh, guys, see? We have to be very fast. Okay, so we're going to go back and then try to complete this. Applicant entry system is currently experiencing difficulties. We apologize for any inconveniences. Please check back later. How can we check back later? We're having a legal tea party. We're supposed to fill out this information. Yes, this is okay. Now let me start again. I will breeze through the application, so don't worry. Let's see if we can get it back up working. Guys, the questions, please hold on for me. I'm just seeing too many questions and there's a system error and I'm trying to figure it out. So you guys are bombarding me with a lot of questions. So now let's begin entry again. Guys, if you don't succeed at first, you try and you try again. It gives us the opportunity to review what we've done. You know, we're showing workings, making sure that we're submitting winning applications at the legal tea party. Okay, so last name, we're going to be doing Poku. That's the number 1. First name, we'll do AK. Middle name, I don't have a middle name. It's not by force to have a middle name. And then we scroll down. Okay, date of birth, we're going to choose September 9th. That's the date of birth of the law firm, but we will choose 1990 to be able to give us, you know, because if we choose 2020, what business does a 2-year-old girl, a 2-year-old baby have applying for visa lottery? Link is in I've pinned the website, so please. Okay, birth city will say Accra. Country of birth, we will say Ghana right here. For number 5 is your country of birth. Then number 6, yes, we are claiming eligibility based on the country we were born. And then number 7, let's use this picture. I'm going to use my good friend's picture. Hope she'll be fine with it. Unfortunately, the picture I saved to use is given up on us at this time. So Abna will use your picture. And then, okay, now let's see in care of, okay, now your address is your mailing address, I believe, is number 8, right? Number 8 is your mailing address. So we said, what, let's say PO Box 22. And then here we said Kwadasu Street. And then city is Accra. District Accra again. I mean, if you have another district, you can use that. And then the postal code, we will say no postal code. And then you select a country. Ghana. We select Ghana. Okay. Guys, it will be very hard to tell everybody what diplomas they should select because I have a lot of people asking, okay, I'm a driver, I'm a carpenter, I'm a teacher, I'm a mason. What should I say? It's very hard. It will be hard to tell all of you. So just look at the highest degree you have. What certificate did you have? The last school you went to. Then you select that. Your email address, we're going to, yes, hello@akpokulaw.com. Number 11 is your email. Then what is the highest level of education you have achieved as of today? We'll select a high school degree. High school degree right here. Okay. And then let's scroll down. What is your marital status? We'll select unmarried. Okay, high school degree. And then marital status, let me see. I'm trying to breeze through before the visa lottery, the Department of State takes away our application again. Unmarried, for that reason, we're not going to be doing married people married people are, they come with too many complications. You have to put in the details of their husbands and their wives and their children. So number of children, 0 as well. Now let's continue. Okay, now let's see what the error message is. They said there's one data validation error occurred. Let's see what the problem is here. Oh, we didn't confirm email address. So let's confirm. Yes, I skipped right over that. Now we've confirmed that the system should allow us to proceed without problem. Awesome. So that's it, folks. Part 1, entrance information. You'll have everything, the summary right here in your face, and you need to verify, you need to make sure that everything is correct before you're going to hit on submit. Now let's go through questions. Before you hit on submit, we'll go through questions and then we see what the law is saying specifically before you select what you need to select. No, Nigeria is not eligible. Okay, let me take off this mic. I don't think we need that now. So, okay, so now let's go back to the instructions and then let me read questions. We're going to be making sure that we have all the right information. On TikTok, TikTok says, official Dax, Auntie, I'm here, please, sure. Elikem says on TikTok, hi, did you say vocational schools are not qualified? That's what the instructions say. Vocational schools will not qualify for the purposes of the visa lottery. So someone, Ifia Sosika says, I live in Brazil, but I'm a Ghanaian. Am I eligible? You are certainly eligible. You'll be charging, your country of chargeability is Ghana. So you are eligible. It doesn't matter where you live. You are certainly eligible. So please apply. Wendell's Haven said, which section should a diploma midwife choose, please? What's the highest level of your education? If you know the highest level of your education, then you choose that. Let me go back to, because I don't know what courses a diploma, someone who has a diploma in midwifery, whatever courses they've done, but you should have at least completed 12 years of high school formal education. This means that you've done, normally within the Ghanaian system, you've done 12 years. That would be 9 years plus 3 years. That's 12, right? So you've done formal education, elementary. So you've done 6 years in primary school plus 3 years in JHS. That's what, 9 plus 3 years of SHS. That's 12. So normally, if you have that degree from your high school, then you are good to go. If you don't have that, then you should be in a qualifying occupation, SVP range of 7.0 or higher. I've done videos showing you how to check. Go to ohenetonline.com, type in your occupation and look at the SVP range. If it's 4.0, you don't qualify. If it's 5.0, you don't qualify. If it's 7.0, you qualify. 8.0, you qualify. Okay. So check on ohenetonline.com. The Department of Labor has that, everything codified right there for you. So this one, we're not doing any mathematical calculation. You just go, you enter, you dab, you enter, and you see your occupation. You check, okay, what's my SVP range? 7.0. Yeah, I did inside. You just put your thing inside, right? So please, this shouldn't be a headache. Check, your profession better than I do. So put your profession there, the name of your profession, and then you check what it is. Okay, let me see if there are any more. There are lots of questions. Someone says, I'm a green card holder. Please, can I file for my spouse and kids together? Somebody is talking about non-visa lottery issue. Today is all about the visa lottery tea party. So let's focus on that for now. Yes, Nigeria is not eligible. Completing for a man that has 3 kids, that's B Nikwe 19. The kids are more than 21. Is it necessary to state the number of children to be 3 and still upload their pics and details? Okay, so we go back to the law. Let's see what the law is saying here. The law is our Bible, our authority, right? Well, not our Bible for every day, but for this program, it's going to be what we are going to be. That's going to be the legal authority for everything. So the law says that you must list all your children, all your living children. So if you have a child who's dead, you don't have to list them. Only and all your living children who are unmarried and under 21. Okay, so that presupposes that if your children are above 21, then you don't need to list them. You have to list eligible children. It says you should list eligible children, and eligible children are unmarried and under 21. Okay, so yeah, the law said, the instruction says you must list all your living children who are unmarried and under 21. That's what the instructions say. And so you're not required to, okay, let me see. Yeah, you must list all your children who are living, even if you are, okay, so whether they are your natural children, your stepchildren, even if you are now divorced from that child's parents, your spouse's children, children you have formally adopted in accordance with the applicable laws, list all children under 21 years of age at the time of your electronic entry, even if they no longer reside with you or you do not intend to immigrate under the DV program. You are not required to list children who are already U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents. So it says that you should list the children who are unmarried and under 21. So according to the instructions, if they're above 21, don't list them. You know, if they're above 21, don't list them. Okay. If you're unable to continue to finish your online application, can you continue later in the week? No, you have to do it and submit. You cannot save your application. You have to submit it as soon as you are done. Okay, now let me see that was from Instagram. Let me see Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. Please, about the school or qualification. If this is from Explore Ideas Brand Africa. If one is still enrolled, let's say master's first year, can the person add or choose master's? No, what's the highest you've achieved? So you should have you should have completed with that. You should have achieved it. An achievement means a successful completion. If you haven't completed it, then you haven't achieved it. So no, don't list masters if you are still, guys, if you think your entry is fine, you're going to be hitting on submit. I don't want to reduce more, the chances of anybody. So I'm not going to submit. This is a fake entry. So we're not going to submit. Once you hit submit, you are going to see a success page and a confirmation page. But let's read through more questions. And then if you guys want to hit submit, we're going to be doing that soon. Yeah, Mustafa is right. Mustafa Bolaji Sambo is right. Don't use a master's because it's still in progress. You don't have certification for it at the time of submitting the DV lottery. Correct. That's absolutely correct. And then Zena's Kwashi on YouTube says, you select some university course since you've not done your top-up degree yet. Okay, well, I think she's answering someone else. Okay, let's see. I'm missing a lot of questions. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not able to see everything. The questions are just flashing all over. Please, what should be the background of the passport picture? Normally white, Please make sure you go to a place where they take passport pictures for American visas. And then they are very, very well able to tell you exactly how the picture should look. Okay. Looks like people are still asking about the pictures. Let's go back to the pictures and then look at the instructions again. We go back to our manual, our instruction manual. Let me see what number is the pictures. We're just about to hit submit, guys. We're sitting on a time bomb. As for this system, least mistake, it will tell you system error and it will just, clean everything you've done. So We have to be going back soon to submit our entries. And then that should be fine. Let me see. I'm not sure why the pictures. Okay, I think that's for the pictures. This is number 4, right? Is that number 4 or number 5? Number 4 or number 3? Guys, I'm very excited to be here. I'm already tired. This work is not easy, people. Please, after this tea party, don't come into our inbox asking more questions about the visa lottery. If you have more questions, put it on our wall, and then we will, try to respond to you on our, in the comment section, because our inboxes are just for people who actually want to hire us. Remember, we're not a non-profit organization. Even the non-profit organization, guys, they actually get funding. So sometimes they have people funding them $20 million a year, $30 million a year, $5 million a year, $2 million a year. So even them that they say they are non-profit, they still get a lot of grants. So please note that you can only come into our inbox if you want to retain our services. But otherwise, put everything under these videos, and then we'll try to help you. So your pictures, it must be a digital image, as you guys know. Scan it. It must be in JPEG format. And then it must be equal to or less than 240 kilobytes in file size. And then it must be in a square aspect ratio. So it must be square. It shouldn't be, one side mustn't be longer than the other side. It must be square. How high it is must be equal to how wide it is. Height equal to width. And then 600 by 600 pixels in dimensions. Okay. If you want to scan an existing picture 2 by 2 inches, and then it must be scanned at a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. Okay. Alrighty, guys, are you ready to submit? Are you ready to hit the submit button? Once you hit the submit button, drop us again the US flag. Let's see that you have your success page. Once you have the success page, please don't forget to save your confirmation number, and please do not resubmit if you've already submitted an entry. Even if you made a mistake, if you made a mistake and you resubmit anyway, both entries will be disqualified. So leave that first mistake and see what happens. Maybe it won't be a mistake after all, but if you submit a second time, then you're totally disqualified. Okay, so do not resubmit if you have already submitted a first entry. Okay, guys. Do you have more questions? I'm sorry, some of the questions I cannot see them. Okay, someone is asking if the highest level of my education is ICA, what will be my selection? You're a chartered accountant. Then most likely I don't know if you have a degree. If you have a degree, then you should select, I think there's a place for university degree, because I know chartered accountants, some of them have bachelors. I don't know if you have a bachelor. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, then select high school. What was the highest level? If you went to high school and you ended there, select that. If you went to college and you ended there, select your university degree, and that should be that. It looks like the work experience is causing a lot of people problems. Now let's go back to part 1. Let's go back to the yes, okay. Number 12. What is the highest level of education you have achieved as of today? Guys, I cannot tell you what the highest level of your education is. You have to know for yourself. If you have some university courses, select that. If you actually finish with the university and you have a degree, select university degree. If you have a doctorate degree, that's a PhD, select that. If you have a master's degree, you select master's degree. If you just went to primary school, you select primary school, but you will not qualify. If you went to primary school, you will not qualify. Vocation schools also are not acceptable according to the instructions. I'm not the one making the rules. The rules say that vocation schools or equivalency degrees, so degrees that are equivalent to vocation schools, like technical schools, vocation schools, they will not qualify. Okay, so you must have a minimum of a high school diploma, and it must reflect completion of a full course of study of at least 12 years of formal elementary training. Okay, guys, I think I've repeated myself several times, so we're all good. Hit that submit button and then let's jubilate with the US flag. Let me see if you guys have submitted your entry. If you submit your entry, oh my gosh, someone says they can't hear. Riam Ponsa, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me on Instagram? Can you guys hear me on Instagram? Yes, if you have, once you've completed high school and you are not sure, just submit your, well, you should be sure, because if you're an educated person, you should know the highest level of your education. Yeah, okay. Must you upload your baby's picture if you have one? Sure, upload it. It has to comply with the picture requirements, and then you upload it. All right, guys. So let me see if you have submitted. If you have submitted. Somebody said university diploma. What's a university diploma? If you have a university diploma, it clearly means you have a high school degree, right? So if you don't have a university degree, is it a degree? You should know what it is. If you have a university degree, click on university degree. If you don't have a university degree and you have a high school degree, please click on high school degree. Okay, guys, if you have submitted, let me see your flag. Will you be asked to submit children and spouse pictures? Normally, no. If you are the principal applicant, you're the one who submits your pictures. I believe that's what the instructions say. Let me see if I can go back to that. Okay, so guys, listen, when we come to number of children, again, children include all biological children, legally adopted and stepchildren who are unmarried and under the age of 21 on the date you submit. So make sure that you number of children, these are your eligible children, Okay. So guys, if you have submitted, let me see. I'm not seeing any submissions. Are you guys submitting at all? Okay. Well, I did see a flag, a US flag somewhere showing some people have submitted successfully. Please make sure that you have retained your confirmation number. Okay, someone says, Emmanuel Kuten Mensa says, after I filled my forms, I changed my view to computer view. Guys, why are you changing your views to computer view? This visa lottery, it doesn't like to be tortured and harassed. Just stick to the instructions, complete it, and submit in peace. Don't be changing things to different views. It does not want to be, played with. I was told error. So should I resubmit? Yes, you should resubmit. The only time you should resubmit is when you don't see the success and you don't have a confirmation number. If you don't have it, then resubmit. If you have seen a success confirmation number, then do not resubmit, okay? Okay. Lilia Freya says, can a 19-year-old apply? Sure, a 19-year-old can apply. There's no age requirements for the visa lottery. You should just have a high school certificate. If you have a high school certificate, you've successfully completed a high school, then you should be fine. Okay. What if I'll be completing my degree next year? Which degree? If you have a high school certificate, you're fine. You can apply. What if university degree would be attained next year? Guys, we're dealing with the information available now. So you choose what you have achieved as of today, not in 3 months or in 5 months. Okay, guys. Well, I would have to call it a day. I'm very excited. I'm happy that you guys have been able to submit your entries. If you have more questions, and guys, listen, if you have more questions, drop them under the comment section on our pages, and then we'll try to respond to them. Please, a delayed submission is better than a very fast and disqualified submission. Don't rush to submit if you are not sure. Okay. The other thing I'll tell you is that in all your prayers, make sure that you're praying to actually get a very low ranking number. That's one of the major tricks to getting the visas. Remember, there are about 50,000 visas available. So you should be part of the top entries, which is why we're trying to do it. And I should have done this much earlier in the game, but I just wanted to stay away from it until we started getting lots of inquiries that we should help out with it. So we would probably have done it maybe by October 6th or 7th when it started, October 5th, I believe. But it's still not too bad. October 18th, that is almost 13 days, I think, after the program started. So you're still within the first 2 weeks. So please send in your application if you qualify. I think the program will end by November 8th, if I'm not mistaken, November 8th. So you still have time, but you want a low ranking number. The low ranking number, once you are selected, you'll be given a rank number. Okay, now actually, let me go back to the timeline for the visa lottery. So every year it opens up between, let's say, October 6th, October 5th, so November 8th or whatever, a month roughly. Once you submit the application, you will get, the results for so by November 8th this year, the U.S. Department of State will no longer be accepting entries for the visa lottery DV 2024. By May 2023, beginning of May 2023, the results will be out. And then by October 1st, 2023, they will start calling people for the interviews. If you win, they're going to call you for an interview October 1st, 2023. But before then, once you win, KCC, the Kentucky Consular Center, will send you your information and tell you, okay, start applying for the DS-260. That's the form you have to fill out, Department of State Form 260. That's the immigrant's visa application form. You fill that out, submit it to them, and then you'll be scheduled for an interview. You go there, and then you do your medicals, police records, do the interview with the consular officer, prove everything that you stated on the forms was, everything you stated was true. If everything was fine and is fine, then you'll be issued with your visa to come to the US. So note that by October, so entry opens October 5th, 2022, closes November 8th, 2022. Let's say May 1st, 2023, results start coming in, or the results are released, or the results are made public. October 1st, 2023, they start issuing out the visas. And by September 30th, 2024, no more visas. So no, if you have a very low ranking number, that means that when you look on the visa bulletin, your priority date will not be current. And so you'll be waiting. And by September 30th, 2024, your visa should have been issued to you. That's how the visa lotteries are named. They are named according to the year by which you are supposed to have received your visa. So this is DV 2024 because the results are released May 2023. You start applying by October 2023. And then by September 30th, 2024, it's game over. And guys, this is a lottery, right? So it's a game of chance. It remains a game of chance until you actually enter the US. So you can actually win, but you may not be able to come in because you have a very high ranking number. If your number is like 45,000, 45,000, that's too far away. So you have to pray for a low ranking number. You'll be part of, let's say, 100, 200, 2,000, so that when they do the visa bulletin for the month, your chargeability region, Africa, once you are, let's say the cutoff point is 5,000 and then you are, let's say, 4,000, then your priority date is current or your rank is current. And so you can actually submit your DS-260, or if you're in the US, you can submit an adjustment of status application along with it. Okay. All right, fellas. I hope this has been helpful to you guys. I know there are some issues with the visa lottery of DV 2020, DV 2021 still in court because of the Trump ban and because the Department of State is actually prioritizing certain types of immigrants' visa interviews over others. A lot of people were not called for interviews, so they are challenging this in court. The U.S., I believe the district court ruled in favor of these applicants, the plaintiffs, and said, look, the Department of State, just issue these people with their visas. And the Department of State said, no, the U.S. government said, no, we're not going to issue. The INA, the Immigration and Nationality Act, the statute says a visa shall not be issued beyond the statute, beyond the fiscal year, right? So if you are in DV 2022, beyond September 30th, 2022, they cannot issue you with a visa. If you want DV 2021, if you won beyond September 30th, 2021, they cannot issue you with a visa. You should be issued with a visa in the year you won. So if you win DV 2024 by September 30th, 2024, you should have had your visa. Otherwise, it's game over, babies. So yeah, that's just kind of like a summary of what's going on. And I believe that, there's an appeal going on with the visa lottery of DV 2020, 2021 class action. So we'll see what happens with those things and if they're actually going to issue the visas for those periods. Okay. All right, guys. If there are no more questions or concerns, I should have brought my face. I should have taken off the screen so that my face appears over here on Facebook and LinkedIn. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in this Visa Lottery Tea Party. I hope you guys had fun. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I need to share I'm going to share the Facebook page you can join. It's my American Dream, my U.S. Embassy journey or something like that. Let me see if I can pull it up. Do I have it here? Nope, not this. Not this. I actually thought I had it open. Now I can't find it anymore. Strange. It's my American Dream. Let me see if I'll find. Oh, that's actually on my phone as well. It's my American Dream, I believe. My American Dream, my American Dream is the name of the Facebook page. Join the Facebook page, the exclusive Facebook page, My American Dream. We'll share it on our stories as well. We'll share it on our stories as well, so you can join the page and then we can connect with other visa lottery applicants. Is good to connect with them so that you know what's going on. And then, of course, I'll be admin of the page and we'll be able to see what, give you guys some information as and when they become available. Please, again, guys, note, don't call us, don't email us about this unless you're looking to book an appointment with us. This is just pro bono, so it ends right here. If you need more help, comment under these videos. And if we find something recurring, we're going to, respond to it as best as we're able to. Okay. So, guys, don't forget to share this on your pages, on your social media, send to your WhatsApp pages, your groups, your school groups, and let people, do their applications as well if they qualify. Thank you all for joining. And don't forget, guys, to subscribe, like, share, comment do everything under these videos so that they can be shown to more people. Thank you all. Thank you all. I'll see y'all later. Take care and bye. Bye bye, guys. Bye, TikTok. Bye, TikTok. How do I exit on TikTok? That's it.